Character inexplicably falls down over phantom object while running from danger cliché.
Not one of those girls gave a good goddamn about trigonometry.
Finding this surprising. Also trigonometry.
I probably shouldn't say this, but some of these kids, no big loss if we're honest.
Yes, that is something you should categorically not say as their former principal, on the record, to what you believe is a journalist.
Those girls were special. They were champions.
Assessing one's worth by how good they are at sports. And not even a real sport. It's f***ing soccer we're talking about here. This clearly isn't a real soccer game. There's a total of 6 points scored according to that scoreboard. Welcoming anyone to New Jersey. Framing this picture so far off center that it makes me think someone went back in time, accidentally made out with their own mother, and caused a third person to be erased from it.
My turn.
Not telling your partner they have bad breath. I mean, how are they ever going to know if you aren't honest with them and provide some gentle direction? We wouldn't dare play the music, but teenage girl listens to Supernova in a TV show set in the 90s cliché.
Were you listening to that?
No, I fell into the tape deck and I accidentally pressed play.
Excuse I use whenever someone catches me listening to Boom 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 by the Venga Boys somehow makes it into the script. Also, you're welcome.
I decided on a color palette for our room at Rutgers next year.
Pink and green. It's like classic preppy meets Palm Beach.
Or Kermit the Frog meets Miss Piggy. It's a fine line.
Never long enough to count.
Title of my sex tape?
They're just gonna think we're like saluting mediocre baseball.
Chicago Cubs fans.
We're going to motherfucking Nationals!
They are not. We've got masturbating in your daughter's bed and masturbating while looking at pictures of your daughter's teenage boyfriend. While I don't think the show's painting this as flattering, I do think the episode's introduction to adult Shauna is making it really hard to ever root for her. And it's just yuck. Here we see the biggest unanswered question of the entire series. Prince or Styles?
Not interested. Sorry.
What if I told you the others were?
Then I would say that you're lying.
So you are still in touch.
Look, there could be a lot of reasons why Shauna is certain that the others won't talk. Perhaps it's the shared trauma or their mutually assured destruction or hesitation to admit that they were actually in limbo all along and that all the mysteries people are harassing them to share actually have very underwhelming answers and are nowhere near as satisfying as anything you made up in your head. Yeah, I'm still mad about Lost. I'll never be able to look at a cherry Slurpee the same way again, and I blame you, Yellowjackets.
What am I supposed to do, just stand there? And then, what happens? Everybody in Jamba Juice just starts getting online wherever the hell they want.
Saying online when you mean inline. I don't care if you were using that expression before the internet. The internet's here now, and that's where the term online should remain.
Oh my God, what did you do? You literally never told us.
Honestly, if we're left saying the same things after 6 seasons, I will... Yes, I'm still mad about Lost.
When things get tough out there, those girls are going to need someone to guide them. Can you handle that?
This is the Nationals, which means the team has played a whole season with Jackie as their captain. Shouldn't the coach have found this out before the season even started?
All right, let's hear it for the boys. Let's give the boys a hand.
That had to be a reference to Denise Williams, but damn it, that song came out in 1984. Is it just to show us that the principal's out of touch? If so, why do I give a shit?
What can I do to help? Want a shot of tequila? Want a quickie in the bathroom?
I fail to see how bathing's gonna help the photo shoot situation, but I suppose we all have our own coping mechanisms.
Played like a fucking team and win. It's worked so far. Everything works until it doesn't.
Kid philosophies.
All right, bring it in. Take a knee, ladies.
It doesn't happen often, but my finely tuned "you might regret those words later" radar is pinging like crazy. Am I removing a sin for foreshadowing? We shall see.
Keep her calm. Don't move her.
Coach Scott is basically the only adult character of any substance we see in the 90s sequences, and he proves quickly to be very much useless. The show almost feels more believable if this is just a town of kids. Yellowjackets of the Corn? Pondering. Shoe tying. More shoe tying. Excitement.
Might not be as bad as it looks.
You can see her fucking bones, Jackie.
Natalie would be buzzing at TVSins. Thinking that a teenager in 1996 would have a Reality Bites poster in their bedroom. I'm not even sure this would be believable in 94, and that's the year the movie came out. This is not how you eat an apple.
She's talking about Thais's little plan.
Oh, please. Since when do you give a shit anyway?
I'm guessing at least since earlier today when she was telling Thaisa how f***ed up her plan was to freeze out Allie. I love some of the things that are being set up here, but this pilot is 50% high school melodrama, and all I want to do is get back to the Survivor meets The Hills Have Eyes mashup.
You are a terrible dancer, and you have seriously questionable taste in music. And you can't hold your liquor for shit. But you're the only one who's always been there for me.
Using 3 wrongs to make a right. Fear and Loathing in New Jersey.
I will raise the baby out of spite and train it to become a killing machine that eventually hunts you down.
TV show thinks it's okay to steal my movie treatment from 1990 and pass it off as a joke. Shauna is a dick to bunnies. This episode gets plenty right, but one thing I especially love is how it creatively works in visual clues to the present and the past instead of just having characters spouting out exposition. We wouldn't dare play the music, but playing the Paloma Faith cover of Never Tear Us Apart instead of the INXS original will always get you a sin.
Remember, the most important thing is to have fun.
This f***ing guy. I'm not saying this light box over here is a deliberate f*** you to TVSins, but it definitely seems aware that we would sin the fact that this room is dark as shit despite the daylight, a lamp, and light bulbs. This feels like they chose a backlit profanity instead of dealing with said lighting.
Sorry I'm late.
I envision a day where the English language is done away with hello and how are you and replace them exclusively with I'm late or you're late in honor of every damn TV show and movie that thinks this is just how every conversation must start.
If someone's digging, we are all fucked. Take care of it.
If you keep talking this loudly, then you're probably f***ed regardless. This server may not have been in the shot, but their reflection in this window definitely suggests they were close enough to at least partially hear this public figure running for office being threatened. Also, why do people think a diner is the best place for these late night meetings? Wouldn't a bar be less conspicuous? You know, somewhere that people actually do meet up? Who's coming to a diner at 9 p.m. for coffee unless they're planning a heist, having an affair, or attempting to keep the heinous acts they committed somewhere in northern Canada buried as deep as their classmates? Sitting this far away from the fire when it's cold enough to be snowing. You hid Christina Ricci from us for 50 minutes? Does Gloria want to piss off Misty? Because that's how you get ants. I mean, piss off Misty. Although food on the floor is actually how you get ants as well. This creepy score is so damn creepy and incredible and creepy. Damn you, Yellowjackets, for earning back the sins I worked my ass off to find. Assisting someone with their oxygen mask before you have your own on. Damn it, coach, they say it at the start of every damn flight for a reason. Breaking the fourth wall at the end of an episode cliche.
It's a chicken. It's a chicken. It's good.
Hello up there. I seem to have fallen down a cliff. I'm still alive, but I'm very badly injured.
Ray, he's kicked the ball. Now the ball's over there. That man has it now. That's an interesting development. Maybe he'll kick the ball.
There is still everything to play for and forever to play it in. So that's the football coming up. Watch it. Watch the football. Watch it. Watch it. It's going to move. Watch the football. It's football.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Shouldn't we say a prayer first?
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Please, God. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
That's gonna leave a mark.
I was pouring sweat. My blood is too thick for Nevada. I've never been able to properly explain myself in this climate.